Cheese started as a spontaneous fact after the domestication of animals. Probably they were obtained by the transportation of milk in stomachs of animals, where as a consequence of the coagulating enzymes of the stomach, the acidified milk became a solid mass. The first impulses of the cheese factory were attributed to the Aryans, who survived feeding themselves with conducting an exploration in search of better lands, where they came to promote the product of their cattle. There is ancient evidence of the consumption and use of cheese. The Sumerian frieze, the dairy, within which the production of cheese is described. The American cheese industry was perfected into one type, cheddar. One of the first companies to work with it was Kraft. The history began in 1903, when James L. Kraft moved to Chicago to start selling cheese in large quantities. After a while, he noticed how fast cheese was spoiled in stores. Cheese couldn't support warm climates. To increase the shelf life, he invented his own process by crushing the cheddar cheese, repasteurizing it, and mixing it with sodium phosphate. Kraft produced the strange wonder that we now know as American cheese process and elaborate a recipient covered with aluminum foil in which the cheese was placed while it was still in liquid form and let it rest until dried. The development of technology in the cheese industry has allowed the creation of continuous production lines in which milk is introduced at one end and the molded curd goes out on the other. Kraft cheese was immediately a commercial success and a blessing for American soldiers in the World Wars. In 1930, more than 40% of the cheese consumed in America was from Kraft. Nowadays, the American cheddar cheese is made with cow's milk. First, milk is submitted to the heating process to form the curd. Then, the method known as cheddarization is applied, which consists of keeping the cheese in optimal conditions for the accelerated development of acidity in the dough. This process is also characterized by the continuous exudation of whey and moisture reduction from inside the cheese. Because of this process, the consistency of the cheese is obtained. When the process is finished, additives, salt, and emulsifying compounds are added to the product to provide flavor, stop the microbial growth, and stabilize its texture. Subsequently, it goes through a process of cooking, sheeting, cooling, cutting, and packaging. In addition, there are currently more than 2,000 varieties of cheese. Kraft Food Incorporation continues to grow and change to satisfy consumers' needs. Develop and innovate products and processes of transformation and conservation of food is what a food engineer does.